Good morning. So today we're going to continue with scientific notation and we are going to continue with packet 4. So first we have lesson 13. So lesson 13 is multiplying with scientific notation. So how do we multiply in scientific notation? First I have a do now with exponents that I'd like you to simplify in exponential form. Take a second to do that and pause this video. Come back when you have your answers. If I take a look at my do now, I have 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 7th. I'm multiplying, so remember our exponent rules. When I multiply, I need to add my powers. So it becomes 4 to the 5 plus 7, or 4 to the 12th. Number 2, I have x to the 6th times x to the 9th. I keep that x, and since I'm multiplying, I need to add. So I add 6 plus 9, and I get x to the 15th. So today what we're going to learn is how to multiply with scientific notation. And it's going to be similar to exponents because we're going to use the product law in order to multiply numbers written in scientific notation. So if I have a times 10 to the m power and b times 10 to the n power, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply a and b. And then since I am multiplying and I have powers, I'm going to add my exponents. So for example, here I have 4 times 10 squared to the second times 2 times 4 to the 4th. So I'm going to take my numbers in front, 4 and 2, and multiply them. Then I have times 10 to the, I need to take my powers, and since I'm multiplying, I'm going to add them. So 4 times 2 gives me 8, times 10 to the 2 plus 4 gives me 6. So let's take a look at example 1. So I have 1.2 times 10 to the second times 5.2 times 10 to the 8th. So what we want to do there is I'm going to take my numbers in front, my 1.2, and multiply it by my 5.2. So that's what I'm going to do first. So when I do 1.2 times 5.2, I get 6.24. Then I have it times 10 to the, well, I have the power of 2 and the power of 8. I'm multiplying, so I need to add 2 plus 8. So that gives me times 10 to the 10th power. Let's look at number 2. We're going to do the same thing. So I have 1.4 times 10 to the 4th times negative 5 times 10 to the 5th. So we're going to take our numbers in front and multiply them. So I have 1.4 times 5, and I get 7. Then it's always times 10, and I got to figure out my power. I'm multiplying, so I need to add my powers. So that becomes times 10 to the 4 plus 5, which is 9. Let's look at number 3. Number 3, we're going to do the same thing. We have negative 2.2 times 10 to the negative 9th times negative 2.4 times 10 to the 3rd. So we're going to multiply our numbers in front. So I'm going to multiply negative 2.2 times negative 2.4. And that gives me 5.28. Then it's times 10 to the, well, I'm multiplying, so I need to add my exponents. Negative 9 plus 3. So it becomes times 10 to the negative 6th power. So now I'd like you to take a second, pause this video, try 4 and 5, and come back to check your answers. Alright, so question number 4, we multiply our numbers in front, and I end up with 7.75. Then I'm multiplying, so I add my powers. So negative 3 plus negative 6, and I end up with times 10 to the negative 9th. Number 5, I multiply negative 1.1 times 7.2, and I end up with 7.92. Then I'm multiplying, so I need to add my powers. So I add negative 2 and 7, and I get a positive 5. If you have any questions, please comment on this video or in the Google Classroom. And then please complete practice worksheet number 13.